Welcome to my PowerPoint presentation on why Unnerving Presence is a bad perk in Dead by Daylight. Unnerving Presence causes survivors within your terror radius to suffer more skill checks, and the success zone of these skill checks are greatly reduced. The premise of this perk is to make skill check failures more likely to occur. Unnerving Presence, being one of Trapper's perks, is designed for new players. As a strictly skill check based perk, its effectiveness is directly correlated to survivor experience. Newer players who can't reliably hit skill checks are going to be the ones affected by this perk, whereas experienced players will likely be able to hit skill checks even if reduced. However, even then, this structure can still be seen as counterintuitive. When the terror radius approaches, newer players are more likely to stop and bail on whatever they're doing, negating the effect of Unnerving Presence, whereas experienced players are the ones who are more likely to stick to a generator and endure its effects. Lastly, Unnerving Presence has limitations that can greatly inhibit its long-term viability. As a terror radius perk, it does not work well on stealth killers. Additionally, it has no impact on the great skill check success zone, meaning survivors can still hit great skill checks. And with the reduced good skill check success zone, any succeeded skill checks have a greater chance of becoming great. In a way, this perk can actually help train survivors to be more precise in their skill checks. I don't think Unnerving Presence needs a huge overhaul, but I do think it needs a little boost. I feel like behavior wouldn't want to change Unnerving Presence because it is a Trapper perk and one of the first ones people will use when they start playing Dead by Daylight, but nonetheless, here are my thoughts. The first key change is adding in that survivors in the terror radius cannot hit great skill checks. In other words, normal skill checks become like autodidact, where there's simply no white bar. The only great skill checks that could be succeeded would be special skill checks such as installing a brand new part. Secondly, I've implemented an additional effect to help make the perk more appealing to stealth killers. Very simply, downing a survivor with a basic attack triggers a difficult skill check, the same kind induced by overcharge or oppression. This is directly tied to a flat 32-meter radius, such that the appeal of this effect is not taken from stealth killers and given to killers with large terror radii. While this is similar to Surge/Jolt, I find there to be a balance in Unnerving Presence having more effects but with more lenience given to survivors, whereas Surge is a benefit directly given to the killer. Thanks for watching, leave a like and put your thoughts in the comments below.